What if I told you you could cross all of Switzerland, from Zurich to Geneva, ride world-class trains, climb sky-high summits, and sail across crystal-clear lakes without being rich and without breaking the bank? Because here, one pass changes everything. The Swiss Travel Pass, your golden key that turns what most people think is a luxury destination into an affordable, life-changing adventure. You don't need a 5-star budget to see 5-star views. You just need to travel smart. You can buy the Swiss Travel Pass online at SwissTravelSystem.com or right at any major SBB train station in Switzerland. From that moment on, every train, every bus, every boat becomes yours. This is your 7-day cinematic journey through Switzerland, where every mountain, every lake, and every train ride feels priceless. Yet somehow it's all included. And stay until the end, because there's one mountain, the one you've seen on postcards and chocolate wrappers, that you simply cannot leave Switzerland without meeting. We'll go there on day 7. Welcome to Zurich, clean, modern, and beautifully organized. It's also Switzerland's most expensive city, so today we explore smart and move wisely. Drop your luggage in the lockers at Zurich main station. No need for a hotel yet. Your Swiss Travel Pass already covers trams, trains, and even boat rides, so keep your wallet closed and your eyes open. Wander through Zurich's old town, known as the Altstadt, where cobblestone lanes twist between colorful houses and tiny shops. Street musicians play near the river, and the smell of fresh pastries drifts from nearby bakeries. Climb the Grossmünster Tower for sunrise. You'll see rooftops glowing like gold above the Limit River and the snow-capped Alps faintly in the distance for lunch. Skip the fancy cafes. Grab a simple picnic from Coop or Migros supermarket for under 10 francs and eat by the lake as white swans glide past. Locals sit on the edge of the pier with sandwiches and laughter. You'll feel like one of them. Visit the Swiss National Museum, free with your pass, and stroll through centuries of art, culture, and design. End your afternoon with a Lake Zurich boat cruise, also included with your pass, watching the skyline soften as evening light touches the water. As the sun fades, take the train to Lucerne, just 1 hour away, all covered by your pass. You've already saved the cost of a Zurich hotel check into Ibis Lucerne Kriens, or another budget hotel, and rest well, because tomorrow, the mountains begin to rise. Morning in Lucerne feels like stepping into a painting. A wooden bridge from a fairy tale, calm water reflecting peaks, and church bells echoing across the lake. Take a Lake Lucerne boat ride. It's already covered by your pass. Watch sunlight scatter over the waves, and small villages pass like postcards. Vegas, Witznau, Brunnenau, it's time to choose your mountain. If you want peace and gentle trails, head to Mount Rigi, known as the Queen of Mountains. Ride the cogwheel train, included with your pass, to its summit for breathtaking 360-degree views. You'll see Lake Lucerne, Lake Zug, and even the distant Alps. Bring a small picnic and sit in the grass surrounded by clouds. If you want adventure, choose Mount Pilatus, called the Dragon Mountain. You'll get half-price rides on the world's steepest railway, and you can try the Freckmunteg Toboggan Run or the Dragon Glider zip line. Every twist and turn feels like a flight over the Alps. By dusk, return to Lucerne. The lights shimmer on the lake. Street performers play beside the chapel bridge, and you'll realize your Swiss Travel Pass has already paid for itself. The morning train glides into Interlaken, a small paradise between Lake Thun and Lake Brienz. On one side, the water shines turquoise. On the other, mountains stand tall and unshaken. Here, the sky belongs to paragliders. Dozens float above the valley like colorful birds. If your budget allows, try tandem paragliding. You'll soar high above the lakes with the Eiger, Mönch, and Jungfrau peaks in sight. If not, no worries. Watching them dance in the air is a view in itself. Take a free lake cruise using your pass. On Lake Brienz, the water is so blue it looks unreal. You'll pass waterfalls, forests, and wooden cottages along the shore. By evening, ride the harder Kulm funicular to see Interlaken glowing under a golden sunset. The peaks fade to purple as lights flicker across the valley. Later, hop on a short train to Grindelwald. Included in your pass, walk beneath the mighty Eiger. Stand on the first cliff walk, and if you dare, fly the first flyer zip line back through the alpine air. Return to Interlaken, Heart racing, cheeks cold, and soul warm. This is what adventure in Switzerland feels like. Dawn breaks over Lauterbrunnen Valley, known as the Valley of 72 Waterfalls. It's so beautiful, it inspired Tolkien's Rivendell. Everywhere you look, cliffs, mist, and the constant song of water. Take a moment at Staubach Falls, where silver threads of water drop almost 300 meters from a cliff above the village. From here, climb higher, board the Jungfrau Railway, which tunnels through two mountains, the Eiger and the Mönch, to reach the top of Europe at 3,454 meters. At the summit, the air feels thin and sacred. Explore the Ice Palace, walk through glittering tunnels carved into solid ice, and step out onto the Sphinx Observatory platform, where you can see miles of snow stretching to the horizon. The trip costs about 210 francs, but your pass gives you a 25% discount, a big saving at this height. On the way down, stop in Mürren or Gimmelwald, two peaceful, car-free villages clinging to the cliffs. Wooden chalets bloom with flowers, and you'll hear nothing but cowbells and wind. Every view feels like a dream you don't want to wake from. After days of mountains and motion, it's time to breathe slower. Take the train to Bern, the country's quiet capital. Built of soft sandstone and full of history, Bern moves to a calm rhythm all its own. Walk the UNESCO-listed Old Town, lined with long stone arcades that shelter centuries-old fountains. Stop by the Zytglogge clock tower to watch its tiny figures move on the hour. See the Federal Palace, where Switzerland's leaders meet. And when the weather is warm, float down the Aare River with locals, a summer ritual of joy and laughter. Your pass unlocks free entry to the Einstein House and the Bern History Museum, where you can see how the world's most famous physicist once lived and thought. But Bern's real charm isn't in its landmarks, it's in its pace. It's the kind of city that teaches you to slow down, to notice light on cobblestones and the sound of your own footsteps. Evening arrives softly, painting red roofs in gold as church bells echo through the valley. Today the train glides west across vineyards and valleys toward Geneva, a city that sparkles where the Alps meet the lake. Start your morning with a Lake Geneva cruise. Included with your pass, you'll float past elegant villas, the Jet d'Eau fountain, and catch a glimpse of Mont Blanc rising far in the distance. Stroll through Geneva's Old Town, where narrow streets lead to cozy cafes and antique shops. Visit the United Nations Palace, a symbol of world peace, and stand in the Grand Hall where leaders from every corner of the globe have met. Then unwind in Parc des Bastions, where people play giant chess on marble tiles and laughter mixes with the rustle of leaves. For dinner, try Chez Ma Cuisine for crispy roast chicken or Luigia for wood-fired Italian pizza. Both are affordable and beloved by locals. As the sun sets over Perle du Lac, the water turns gold, then violet, and the city glows like a jewel beside the mountains. Most travelers end their story here, but yours has one last chapter, the most iconic one of all. From Geneva, take the early train to Zermatt, a journey of 3.5 hours that feels like a movie in motion. Vineyards slide past, valleys narrow, and the air grows colder with each curve. As you approach Visp, mountains rise like walls on both sides. And then, suddenly, you see it. A perfect pyramid of rock and snow. The Matterhorn Zermatt is unlike anywhere else. Cars are banned, so the streets are quiet except for the sound of footsteps and bells. The air feels pure, sharp, and endless. Take the Gornergrat Cogwheel Railway, half price with your pass, up to 3,089 meters. Each turn reveals another breathtaking layer of the Alps, until finally, you stand face to face with the mountain that defines Switzerland. At the top, the world feels still. Snow sparkles like diamonds under the sun, and even the wind seems to pause. Visit the Matterhorn Museum, included with your pass, and learn the story of the climbers who first conquered this giant. Then sit in a cafe with hot chocolate, watching the clouds swirl around its peak like slow smoke. This isn't just another stop, it's the ending every traveler dreams of, the full stop to a perfect journey. 7 days, one pass, a whole country that feels like a dream in motion. From Zurich's sunrise to Geneva's sunset, from Rigi's quiet meadows to the Matterhorn's crown of ice, you've seen the best of Switzerland without spending a fortune. You discovered that real luxury isn't about expensive hotels or private tours. It's about freedom. The freedom to go anywhere, to breathe mountain air, and to feel truly alive. And in Switzerland, freedom always travels first class.